Welcome in, everyone. Hope everybody's having a great evening. We're gonna have some fun shows tonight. Gonna be focusing in on the Goral of the hour, the Goral of the week, Rosee. But I've also got plenty of glitter and lasers, plenty of foodie. Too much good stuff to cover. But let me welcome you folks in to get started. Welcome in, Saving Nation. Hello. Fiona's mom. Happy Docta Fill Wednesday. Alizu. Love your picture there. That's from Absolutely Fabulous, right? What up, Gutter Trolls? Hit like and subscribe, y'all. Thank you very much. Please do. Nutty, always good to see a Squirrel of the Mirkwood, Squirrel Ranger. Hippie Easter. Hey, y'all. Hippie Easter, good to see ya. Gutter Holes and Trolls. Rosee is indeed back. I am, and I guess it's a good time as any to talk about it. Let me cut down this music. But yeah, Rosee is back, and I've been watching some of it. She is just really eating to the point of it's almost nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking to watch. She says she's not feeling well, and I'm just going to put it on in a minute to let you get a look. We're going to start off with a grocery haul to begin with, and then we're going to go on to the more current mukbang video she did. We've also got, like I said, some shorts from Glitter and Lasers. I have plenty of content from Foodie. I just haven't really had much time to show her lately. One moment. I do have a bit of a stuffy nose. There's a lot of pollen out. So please excuse me if I have to pause to clear my sinuses just a bit. So let me finish welcoming you folks in. We'll get started in just a minute. Welcome in, Nutty. Good to see you. Capricorn NJ, always a pleasure. She's never been in control. Well, at least she wasn't homebound. I saw it. She has gained a lot of weight since a year ago. Since last year, she's put on a lot of weight. And I don't even say that to be judgmental. I just say that to, I mean, it's shocking. It's shocking when you see how much weight she's gained in the last year. Hey, Hannah, 2276, new subscriber. Always a pleasure to get a new subscriber. Thank you so much. Everybody, be sure to make Hannah feel welcome. But glad to have you in, Hannah. And let me also welcome in anybody here who's new to the chat. If you're watching the replay or if this is your first time in the chat, feel free to say hi and introduce yourself. We're always happy to see some new faces. Okay, hopefully Miss Detective coming in, Fallen Angel, good to see you. All right, hopefully I haven't missed too many people. Let me just expand this here, and I think then we're going to finally get going here. Yeah, the pollen is wild. It's really wild. Okay, so I think we got everybody welcomed in. If I missed anybody, my apologies. Thank you again to all of the chatters, all of the lurkers, all of the commenters, all the mods, everybody watching the replay. All right, you folks are awesome. So let's get started. I've got the first video from Rosee tonight is one from a few days ago. This one is the grocery haul. I'm going to be showing the more recent stream as well. If she goes live, let me know. I want to put it on. But first off, this is a grocery haul. This is a subject that I love to cover. And let's see what she's getting, right? If Rosee gets some good stuff, I want to praise her. If she gets a bunch of junk food, I want to say, hey, Rosee, why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you being so self-destructive? Okay, so let me get straight. Let me share the screen and kick it off. Oops, wrong window. All right, let me put on the bumper. Oh, forgot to put the bumper on. And I could think of a better phrase than out of control. I didn't want to be like super like rude or anything, but so I was like, I'm just gonna go with out of control. All right.
Sorry for the delay.
Oh, and hopefully the volume balance is good for everybody. If it sounds good to me right now, but if it's not, please let me know.
I should have just went live.
Agreed, Nutty. Says a lot about people.
My bad.
Welcome in, Nirvana.
Hello, everybody.
New perfume. I hope. Very nice. Hopefully it's a good scent.
Some time for people to show up, Hey, thank you. Thank you to, like, yeah, everybody who's sat in here waiting for me. Hey, Haley. Hey, Elle. I don't know. I wasn't expecting to have the energy to go live today, but I really feel like going live yesterday helped my depression out a lot. Thank you. I just brushed it, like, literally right before this live. I was like, let me just make sure I don't look too unkept. I just got a grocery haul brought in. So I'm gonna wait a couple minutes. Again, I want people to show up.
All right, because we have so much content, I'm going to skip ahead to the part when she actually starts opening up the groceries. Just a few minutes. Because we just have too much good content tonight. We're going to be here. I've got over 3 hours of content I want to cover. And there's no way I'm going to be able to do all of it.
First things first. Let me see here. These are eggs. I swear to God. The way the
Welcome in, Shelly. And maybe we should lay odds, right? Hey, everybody's taking sponsorships. At least all the streamers I watch are taking sponsorships from those sports betting websites. I wonder if they'll take odds on which of the girls is going to pass first. And I can get a sponsorship with DraftKings or Sportsbook. What do they call those? Those gambling sites, right? Because I mean, they want to appeal to everybody, not just sports bettors.
Those were just sitting. If these are broken, I'm gonna be pissed. So we're going no here.
Welcome in, Tucker and Friends. Good to see you.
I know y'all are cool.
Thank you for the kind wishes. I'll pass them along.
But anyway.
Wonderful. Okay, the grocery haul is starting, and let me also say a thank you. And geez, what was I going to say here? Something I just forgot a second ago. But yes, wonderful about the new puppy, Nutty. Welcome in, Nirvana. And I think I got everybody welcomed in here. Oh, welcome. I already welcomed in Elisa. Okay, let's keep going.
So we're going no here. Thank you.
Sorry.
I know y'all are cool. It's other people. But anyway, I have 18 count of eggs.
All right, 18 eggs. Good start. I like eggs. Eggs are a healthy choice. As long as you're not eating too many of the egg yolks, good call. Good call, Rosie. Step in the right direction.
And then I've come to realize I actually like Walmart chips. I used to be.
I know. Okay, for the record, let me make that clear. Anybody listening, I was making a joke. I don't think I would actually get a spot. I don't think anybody would offer me an actual sponsorship for betting on when people are gonna pass. I don't think that's actually a real thing. But if it is, it probably shouldn't be. It's a little too much.
Ratty about that. I'm like,
a little
no,
too
I don't
much.
Want Lay's. I don't know why. But I mean, I think certain like most of the flavored ones I don't really like, but these like regular ones.
All right, so Rosie's getting a lot of potato chips here. By the way, I also sped this up 10% because we do have so much content tonight. So Rosie's starting off with eggs. Good choice. Potato chips, not the best choice.
They're cheaper, so.
Oh, and I also wanted to mention, last week we were watching Rosie, and part of the reason we're watching Rosie, if anybody wants to know, is we were watching so much Foodie, and she just kind of got a little bit stale. And Rosie is a lot like Foodie in a lot of ways. And just to mix it up, if nothing else, I like to try some other stuff.
We're just gonna unbag everything, kind of figure everything out here. Oh, this is a Walmart grocery haul.
Indeed, Shelley. Oh, and speaking of walking, one thing I noticed, as bad as Foodie, and I didn't want to spoil this before everybody had a chance to vote in the poll, so hopefully everybody has. I'm going to close that out in a little bit. But Foodie's walking is not looking good. ALR claims to have gotten cellulitis from getting splashed on the leg a week ago and is claiming to have chest pains. So all the girls are looking pretty bad at the moment. But Rosie can't even stand up in the kitchen. She slides around on her chair in the kitchen.
I want to make a buffalo chicken dip at some point, so I got some more cream cheese. And I don't know about y'all.
She's looking huge, Capricorn.
But I really do not enjoy.
Oh yeah, so a pound of cream cheese to go with the potato chips. Not a good start. Not a good start. It's all been downhill since the eggs.
Walmart's version of cream cheese. I love baked Cheetos.
I just like steady
baked Cheetos
Welcome
are my
in.
favorite. I love baked Cheetos. I like baked Cheetos better than regular Cheetos. But so I got some cream cheese. I also got cream cheese for another reason, which I'll show in a bit. I got some of my Gordo's cheese dip. Yummy, yummy in my tummy.
Gordo's cheese dip. Does Rosie know what Gordo's means? Anybody here bilingual? Gordo's. I speak just a little bit of Spanish. Gordo's means fatsos. That's what it means. Fatso's brand cheese dip. These jokes write themselves.
Some of my Gordo's cheese dip. Yummy, yummy in my tummy, tummy.
She's buying Fatso's brand cheese dip.
Lots of views for this. It's so expensive. I mean, I don't know if it's expensive, but this container is $5. So because of that,
she'll get some things wrong, but she'll keep rolling along. And it's $5 for that. And by the way, Rosie the other day was whining about how she had no money for health care and no money for her weight loss surgery. And I was very sympathetic at first, right? I'm a bit of a bleeding heart when it comes to that kind of thing. But then I realized she's buying $20 steaks like 3-4 nights a week. That's eating way better than I eat. So I don't see how she can square the two of those together. So just keep that in mind. This woman's living off $20 steaks every night. I don't know how many of you are eating that good.
Well, I don't use this. I won't be using this in the buffalo chicken dip. I would rather just use cream cheese and like shredded cheddar.
Yeah, this is the other cheese dip. The cheese dip that she's going to use for the buffalo chicken, that's going to be cream cheese. This is the cheddar. This is Fatso's cheddar cheese dip. Then you got Rosie's cream cheese dip. Don't get them confused. I know they sound kind of similar.
Because this is liquid gold. And then
I'm trying to see who can top the other one, right?
Fridge, I bought some hot dogs.
Hot dogs. We got Rosie with her hot dogs, Foodie with her chicken dogs filled with cheese, Rosie with her hot dogs dipped in cheese. The similarities.
And we're almost out of pepperoni.
Pepperoni! Pepperoni! Sorry for screaming, but pepperoni. Is there anything worse than pepperoni? Like when it comes to like health? Like what diet do you have pepperoni on? Like even on the carnivore diet, I don't think that's a good choice. It's just all cholesterol. And I know a little bit of cholesterol can be, is healthy, especially for producing hormones and things like that. But that amount of cholesterol can't be good, especially when you're already so heavy. I mean, this is like a bulking diet. Nirvana will back me up on this. Oh, and I don't say this enough. Let me give some of my credentials. Over the years, I've lost a lot of weight. I've held the weight off. I'm 100 pounds down from when I was very heavy a few years ago. Actually, I'm probably only about 90 pounds down. I put back about 10. But I did a lot of exercise over the years. I've lost a lot of weight. I've done the work. I've been there. I've done that. I know a lot of people in the chat have as well. So I just want to make that clear for anybody who's listening for the first time. That's kind of where my perspective is, where I'm coming from.
We are out of Velveeta.
No problem, Jane.
So
good to see you.
I bought anything of Velveeta.
And a block of Velveeta. This is 3 different kinds of cream cheese. She's got Gordo's cheese dip, Velveeta cheese block, and a pound of cream cheese. 3 kinds of cream cheese, 3 kinds of cheese dip, and over a pound of each. This is crazy.
And since I bought a new thing of Velveeta,
I'm going to slow it down just a little bit because I don't need to have it sped up. I'm just going to put it back to normal.
I just went ahead and snagged 2 of the thick and creamy
macaroni and cheese, which macaroni and cheese, I know that this is not healthy, but if you split it up and you use it like as a side dish, it's not quite as bad, especially if you make it with a low-fat preparation. I like to make it with just 1 tablespoon of butter and a little bit of extra milk. I find that tastes better. This may sound crazy, but I really do feel like it tastes better when you use a little less butter, just personally speaking.
Mac and cheeses. I think we have at least 1 or 2 in the pantry, but since I bought a whole block of Velveeta, this makes this makes a lot of boxes of macaroni and cheese, obviously.
Right?
But I don't eat boxed macaroni and cheese without that.
Yeah, she doesn't eat the box stuff without some Velveeta added. It's a little too healthy otherwise. When I make the box mac and cheese, I like to make a less fattening preparation. Like I just said, I think it's tastier. Literally, I'm not even just saying that. I genuinely believe it's tastier when you use less butter. I think it's a little bit greasy. I just don't like it. And I usually like more butter, but not on that. Yeah, right? I thought she was broke. Where'd she? She's shopping like she just, I guess she did pretty well in that stream the other day. Must have had some good donations come through.
Thank you, Kaya. I appreciate that. I really do.
For one person, I mean, if this was for a family, but for one person, and also, I don't think anybody can afford to buy that kind of food. Not because it's so expensive, but because it's so darn unhealthy. Who can afford to eat 3 pounds of cream cheese?
Yeah, right now I'm just trying. I'm gonna be, and I'm not gonna get too in depth in like sad girl mode today because I really kind of did that yesterday.
That's the smart way to do it, Nutty.
Really honest about how I've been, bro. I'm
Welcome in,
genuinely
Gail.
just trying.
I'd be surprised if she doesn't lose it soon. She said she doesn't care if she loses it. She says she's either gonna get a new one soon or lose this one. So she seems to be of the mindset that she's done with this job and doesn't plan to keep it for much longer. But she does seem to have it still at this time.
Stay alive right now.
But welcome in. Good question.
So, you know, like, if y'all want to, like, flack at me for that, that is on your own time. Just keep it out of my face. That's really how I feel about that at this point.
Welcome in, Zoe Greed.
And that's going to change.
Good to see you again. Yes, it has been a while. I am doing pretty darn well, especially compared to where I was a few months ago. I was really having it tough. But it's great to see you again. Hopefully you're having a great night.
But that's where I'm at today. But yeah, and then I went ahead and I picked up a twin pack of the chicken.
Welcome in, Catsy. That is some folks are just shameless with the greed. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of hot dogs either. In general, I mean, once in a while as a treat, sure, but they're not a good choice to have regularly. I mean, even if money's an issue, there's definitely better choices.
Been having
an entire double box of stovetop. And what does she say when she gets this? How this is a better deal than buying 2 boxes, you know? Because this way because normally she has to buy 2 boxes to make a full serving. This way she only has to buy 1. Saves on packaging.
But yeah, and then I went ahead and I picked up a twin pack of the chicken. I've been having, there was a time when I went to buy this and I went to buy 1 box and they didn't have it like available. They only had the twin pack. And I just realized I reordered the twin pack because it's what I bought last time. I really only needed to buy 1 box, honestly, but I just like to keep that in the pantry.
Oh, wow.
Let's see.
Rosie has been complaining in the next video we watch, because I really want to cover this grocery haul, but then we're going to skip to some of the next one, because she complains that she's been having a lot of nausea and indigestion. I mean, look at all that pepperoni. If I eat just a few slices of pepperoni, it gives me indigestion. And I'm not somebody who gets indigestion easily. But for whatever reason, pepperoni really does a number on me. And I think it does for a lot of people. I think pepperoni is just one of those foods that gives people indigestion.
Yeah.
I liked it when I was a kid, but the more
Lulu, I think you just
ate it, the less I liked it.
Right after I explained that. So if you want to like go back a minute or two.
Oh, wow.
I like literally
Zoe,
just addressed.
Let's get some hearts in the chat for Zoe. I'm sorry to hear you going through all that, but hopefully you get some good news. Hopefully you start feeling better soon, start feeling a little stronger. But yeah, let's get some hearts in the chat for Zoe here. That's awful. Oops.
What's that? Yes, this queso dip is the best brand of queso I've ever found in the grocery store. It really legitimately tastes like from a.
I gotta skip ahead, folks. I'm having so much fun with the chat, but there's just so much great chat. I gotta skip ahead just a little bit.
Mexican restaurant, obsessed, love it. All right, and I got myself another pack of bacon.
That much
to put in the fridge.
And a pound of bacon. Is there a single thing even remotely healthy here? This entire haul is just every single item is just so incredibly caloric.
And then so the most requested thing that I had when I asked you guys yesterday was like, I was like, because I hadn't cooked in a long time, Zoe. And I was like, if I'm cooking, like, what do you guys want to see? And everyone was like, steak, and I'm like, I mean, I'm not.
I still like it, to be fair.
Let me see something, because I'm a little pissed. $19.
Good point, Elise. That's a good tip. Fresh sausages are definitely a better choice than hot dogs. And I don't mean to be a snob or anything, but if you're gonna treat yourself to some greasy hot dogs, may as well get some sausages. They're probably a little tastier, probably a little bit leaner even.
$20. So because I was like, I got 2 steaks and the price estimate was $25, and then I got charged $39 for 2 fucking steaks.
I got charged $39 for 2 effing steaks. The price estimate was $25. Price estimate was $25. Rosie, what was the price per pound? Don't tell us what the price estimate was, because the price is if she gets the groceries delivered. I've gotten groceries delivered before. I know how they do it. When you buy any kind of meat or anything like that, they have the price per pound, and then they say estimated packages, let's say 2 pounds. And the price per pound is $10 a pound. So the estimated price is $20. But then they end up buying a 4-pound package because that's all they have. The price is $40. That stinks. But unfortunately, it's going to happen sometimes. That doesn't mean that you got ripped off. But usually they'll contact you and they won't just substitute such a big difference. So I'm surprised they made such a big substitution without contacting her. Although they probably did contact her, she probably just didn't answer the phone.
And I was like, excuse me? And it's because they gave me basically almost 1.5 pounds. Like, they're both bigger. If they had given me closer to a pound, it would have been these used to be between like $8 to $11.
When? $8 to $11 for ribeyes for a pound? 10 years ago, baby. Rosie, when? Does anybody in the chat remember when you could get a ribeye steak for $8 a pound? I mean, on sale, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, not since the lockdowns. And I'm not trying to talk about, change the subject, but Rosie, you're just not being realistic. Especially delivery. When were you able to get it delivered for $8 a pound? What the heck are you talking about?
Like, within the past year.
No, that's just not factually true. Not where I live. Not where she lives.
It's Florida. It's not been as hot as it could be.
No, it's just not true.
It's hotter. Hi, Gabby.
I just got some steaks today. I'm gonna dox myself. You folks basically know I live in the South. I live in Florida. I live in part of Florida. I'll give it up. I live in a portion of Florida. The prices here are not that bad. So Rosie's just making crap up, and it was not $8 here a year ago. So yeah.
Yes, I am back.
Food bar.
You can do, or like if you wanted to.
Welcome in,
I
Willie.
prefer this type of queso. I mean, Velveeta Rotel dip has its place, and it's not bad, but it's not.
I'm back behind again. I gotta catch back up.
Yeah, it prices. Well, they used to be $9. Now they're $5 in my area for an 18 count.
For 18 count of what?
Place, and it's not. So I mean, Velveeta Rotel dip has its place, and it's not bad, but it's not my favorite.
Oh, yeah, she said she hasn't left the house in 2 months. And the other day she said she wanted to leave the house to go to the produce store, but her agoraphobia was too bad. And then she described how she was afraid that some random person on the street would attack her because in Florida, the people are so crazy, they randomly attack you and you can get arrested without a trial, without any probable cause. She's paranoid. She's absolutely paranoid. And then she says that's why she can't leave her house because she's so paranoid. She calls it agoraphobia.
$9, now they're $5 in my area for an 18 count. And then I was going to get
Nirvana.
2 of these 2.5 pound ground beefs for the freezer.
Yeah. Oh, I ordered steak and they gave me like an extra pound of steak. Screw them. How dare they give me more steak? Well, but you act like you're not going to eat it.
I ended up just getting 1.
That's grim, Eliza.
Excuse me. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to want.
Here, I got some steaks. I got some strip steaks today. Delicious New York strip steaks. I want to say $13 a pound for strip steak. Yes, it was on sale, but still, I probably could have got it even less if I shopped around.
To do with this as of yet. Does Florida have higher prices than other states? It depends.
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
I'm a Florida man.
Certain foods, yes.
You folks basically knew though, right? Like I mean, if I wasn't in Florida, I was in Georgia. Like I told you folks, I was in the
also have an
southeast.
abundance of like access to produce and things like that. So I think those prices can get crazier in other states versus.
Jeez. Well, we hope you get some good news, Zoe.
Like Florida. Hey,
that's
Glass,
what I like to hear.
Thank you for saying.
Nutty, if you don't have to share if you don't want, but you're up. I know you're up north somewhere. Are you in the Midwest? Or you're in the South. That's right. But you're north of me though.
And I'm glad to be here.
Yep, she's actually not. Rosie is by Orlando. I think she said she's in Winter Haven. She's in, from what I understand, she's in a relatively nice part of the state, and it's not like an expensive part of the state. It's kind of country, from my understanding.
Meat is a terrible price in the UK. Oh yeah, meat's getting crazy.
Nope.
This was for 2 pounds for 2.25 pounds was like $13. Unbelievable.
You know, cats say it's like that. It really is. Because over here, some things are pretty good. Like milk is cheap. Milk was like $3.30 a gallon, something like that. It was really good price. Gas is cheap. Like a lot of stuff here is cheap. But beef's fair. But overall, prices here are pretty good. Can't complain. In South Florida, like in South Florida, like in Broward County, over there, everything's expensive.
Now here's the real question.
Darn right. Oh wow, Fiona's mom. That's I'll say a prayer for them because that's such a dangerous weight. I pray they can get some good results soon. Think I
was considering making a steak tonight, but I think I'm going
to
to save that for a dedicated live. Because I think what I might do tonight is make sweet potatoes, so I can just reheat some leftover sweet potato to go with the steak. Because I don't want to wait to eat. Because I'm not kidding. I've barely eaten.
It varies. I want to say it's under $3. It's like $2.90, $2.80 something cents, like $2.90. I'll say. Because it goes up and down. But last time I want to say I paid under $3 a gallon.
I have not had an actual meal, and I mean, I'm probably unintentionally losing weight right now just by the issues that I'm dealing with my family.
You're unintentionally losing weight because of issues? How are you unintentionally losing weight? Like, I don't believe that you're losing weight, and if you were, how the heck could it be unintentional? How the heck can you unintentionally?
Physical symptoms, so.
Let me rewind this here.
I mean, I'm probably unintentionally losing weight right now just by the issues that I'm dealing with my physical symptoms, so, yeah, whatever.
Right?
But
wasting away.
I want to at least get a good meal in, so.
She wants to at least get one good meal in, because she's losing weight. You know, she's wasting away. She has to. Is anybody else hearing this? If Rosie is genuinely this ignorant, where she really believes that she's going to waste away if she doesn't get a meal in, then let me educate you, Rosie. And I'm not being rude here. I'm just being straight up. This is life or death information here. This will save your life if you don't know this. You have more than enough energy stored in your body that you don't need to eat much at all. Just need some water, some nutrients, maybe a tiny bit of protein, and that's it. You know, your body fat stores can keep you going for a long time. I'm not a doctor. I can't say for sure. I'm not telling you what you should eat. You should definitely go speak to a medical professional, but I believe they would corroborate what I'm saying. And if you do know that, then what the heck are you talking about that you need a meal?
I have all this stuff. Actually, I honestly might just end up heating up some corn dogs because I have 4 left in the freezer, and I just bought another box. So
Have some corn dogs. Have another box. She just got another box of corn dogs. Did she buy any? Has Rosie got a single thing that's even remotely healthy? Even Foodie's grocery hauls. Even Foodie's grocery hauls. At least they have like chicken breast, or they'll have like just some plain bread, or maybe some cottage cheese. Like they'll have something like reasonably healthy in there. A little bit of vegetables, some fruits. Rosie's grocery haul is just all terrible.
just to make space in the freezer. Thank you, Gigi. It's actually a dress.
I don't think you're, at Fallen Angel, I think you're being straight up. No, I think you're being very fair.
So,
I'm sorry to hear that, Fiona's mom.
We've got the Walmart Clear American drink.
Try to have I think I mentioned this before, protein drinks. If your doctor agrees, or your nutritionist agrees, it can be helpful to reduce that.
We have the Candied Rainbow Clear American drinks as well.
That's a good price. Okay, one thing I do like, credit where it's due, I'm being so critical, let me give a little bit of credit here. Rosee is doing one thing that I agree with, and that's the drinks. Sparkling water, sugar-free drinks, great choice. I personally like the sparkling water unsweetened, no artificial sweetener either, just plain seltzer. That's my favorite. But these drinks she's getting are perfectly fine.
These are the ones that taste like Skittles?
I mean, you could make an argument that the artificial sweetener is not good because it would increase her sugar cravings. But I think Rosee is at the point where anything, she's so far over, like she's so into the danger zone that anything that helps is an improvement. And everybody, please enter that poll. Complete the poll if you can, because I'm going to be closing it out very soon. You could probably like see the back of your head at this point.
Before I got these glasses, yes. That's
good for you, Hannah. Hopefully it's going well. I think I welcomed you in earlier. If not, welcome in again. I think I will. Yeah, I already did. Exactly, Capricorn. Darn right, Hannah. I think fasting is very healthy. 48 hours. I mean, that's a good fast. But especially somebody with body fat like Rosee, I don't want to. I can't give medical advice. So please, Rosee, if you're listening, don't take that in. But I mean, she could probably go weeks, probably longer.
I've got some more of those Clear Americans, and then I have.
Oh yes, I got a bag of jumbo shrimp today.
Ice.
They were on sale. They were like $7 off.
I have not had my favorite drinks for a long time. I've just been going without. So I wanted to stock up on some.
She's getting an entire kettle. It's like that sometimes, Hippiesta. I don't know exactly how it works, but sometimes it's weird like that.
I recently learned that I like
welcome in, Detective
Walmart's
Cochise. I maybe welcomed you in too, but welcome in again.
Diet Docta Fill.
Interesting. Dorkfish. Is that a joke that I'm missing out on? Am I too slow to catch that? Welcome in, Sandsbearer. It's a very cute dog you got in that picture there. Hopefully you're having a good evening. If you're enjoying enjoying the coverage of Rosie's grocery haul.
So my brother.
Oh yes, Nirvana. You can really get a good look at her here. Oh, I thought this was pretty wild. The amount of Rosee eats like a pound of steak every night, pound of delicious beef, and look what she gets for her brother: imitation burgers.
But I got them. There's literally like 6, I think.
She gives her brother the imitation burgers, and she eats steak. I hope that he's requesting those, because if that's what she's giving to him, and she's keeping the steak for herself, that's kind of crappy.
Boxes of Boca burgers. He's completely out. Yes, Clear American.
She gives him the Boca burgers and she eats the steak. That's what I ate when I was trying to get healthy. That works wonders. That's a great combo. I used to eat so many protein drinks. I still have some. Oh, that's fantastic, Fallen Angel. I do that too. Actually, I do that most. I add the collagen protein to the coffee. It doesn't necessarily taste the best, but it's not too bad, and it definitely makes it easy to get some protein in. Oh, I got to catch up on the chat again. Hopefully, I'm not missing too much. And I'm gonna close out this this poll finally.
God, I have no fucking appetite. Nothing sounds good. I have no idea what's going on with me.
I have no appetite. Nothing sounds good. So why are you making corn dogs, Rosie? Why is this is such psychological? Like, I'm gonna put up a trigger warning at this point. Anybody here, if you have issues like with eating disorders or binging or anything like that, and if YouTube demonetizes me, the heck with it. I'm not monetized. Like, this is Rosie is really, like, if she is serious, this is somebody who needs some help. She needs to put herself into an eating disorder clinic, because this is very disordered thinking. Very disordered thinking.
Like,
no problem, Elise. Knock that out.
I'm physically hungry,
Good luck.
but I do not.
Jumping shrimp.
Not
No, not quite. Welcome to Age of the Glass. I missed you coming in.
So we got a half gallon of 1% milk.
Wherever you are. Very cool. Ah, okay. I knew I was not cool enough to know what it meant. Though I don't think he is. I do believe, though, and I'm not saying this to make a joke or anything either. I genuinely believe that he's disabled and autistic. He's autistic to the point where he collects disability for it, so he stays home with her. But he seems like a decent kid. I mean, everything I hear about him, he seems like a nice kid. Like, I'm not being sarcastic either. He seems like a nice kid. He stays off camera. I call him a kid, but I think he's 20-something years old. But he just seems like a decent kid. Harmless. Doesn't seem much like Rosie. Seems very. It seems very different from her. So let me go through the poll here. We got 51% of y'all think that Foodie is the most physically unhealthy girl. You think Foodie's not going to last much longer? Then we got HFC with 30%. Then Rosie at 18%. And then Amber was 0%. You know, anybody who's not aware, Amber recently was reporting chest pains. I don't know if that would have caused you to vote differently. And Rosie, I wanted to mention, she doesn't even, barely gets up to walk around the kitchen. So I'm really not sure who's in worse shape. I think HFC probably is the worst off because she's also the oldest. I think that plays into it. But I'm going to have to disagree with you folks. I think HFC would probably be worse off than Foodie. I think Foodie is probably second or tied for second. But I think HFC, just because of her age, if nothing else, would probably take first, in my opinion. But, who's to say, right? Feel free to disagree.
I can easily microwave these. I don't have to air fry them. And they're so good. So.
Ooh,
I'm
that's a
being
good
so
deal.
real. Like, that's where I'm at. So.
Welcome in, cranberry sauce. Yes, you saw that she made that, and then she drowned the potatoes in the butter, and the steak was so huge. It was a 24-ounce ribeye. And anybody who's not aware, ribeye steak is the fattiest cut of steak I think there is. I don't think there is any cut of steak that's fattier. It's got so much fat on there. And normally you trim off some of the fat after, you cook it, and then after it's cooked, you trim off a little bit of the fat. Rosie eats every drop of the fat. She doesn't leave any of it. She eats every bit of the fat. It's crazy. It's like she's trying to put on extra weight. She's eating like she's a 16-year-old kid trying to make the wrestling team. Or the football team, excuse me.
But I want to start cooking more again, and I want to, get better about what I've been doing, because during my break, I was ridiculous.
That's a good way to do it, Nutty. Or have a hobby or something, right? Anything else.
I missed two more drinks. I'm just gonna throw these in the fridge.
Well, she doesn't want to waste away, Kat. She doesn't want to lose, that muscle. It's important to maintain that muscle. The brain needs. No, I'm being sarcastic. Anybody who's listening, just so you know, Rosee is talking nonsense, or she's very deluded and in the throes of her disorder, because there's no other explanation for why she would think she needs to eat regularly when she's not even hungry, when she's probably 600 pounds. I mean, I was talking with somebody earlier. I don't want to know if it's a bit of a behind the scenes conversation. We were estimating Rosie's weight, and my logic was, well, she's bigger than Foodie. She's bigger than Amber. She's also taller. She's shorter than Glitter and Lazers, but she looks heavier. So she's probably 550, 6, maybe. She's got to be at least 5. But that's danger zone. That's danger zone. That's especially because she's continuing to gain. If she was going down, it would be different, but she's going up. You can look at her from a year ago and see how much weight she's gained. Looks like 100 pounds in the last year, maybe more. It's wild.
So someone mentioned compote in my last live. I bought some apples. I don't know when, but I wanted to do a live making a compote.
Oh, nothing wrong with enjoying foods.
Compote.
Nothing wrong with enjoying foods. I don't want to be hypocritical. I enjoy sweets. In fact, I'll even play my little video I always used to play.
Hello everyone, this is Docta Fill. I'm going to get some sweets and some pizza. I'm going off my diet a little bit today.
That's my old video. There we go. But yeah, I'm not a hypocrite. I enjoy eating sweets and stuff, but when you're eating 3 pounds of cheese every few days, when you're eating 3 pounds of steak a night, 2 pounds of steak a night, you're eating, and you're eating when you're not even hungry, you're setting yourself up for disaster. You're putting yourself into an early fate.
My mom really got me into this red pepper jelly with cream cheese and crackers.
And by the way, anybody who's not aware, Rosie's mom and dad both had weight loss surgery. They both lost hundreds of pounds from the weight loss surgery, which on one hand is great. I think that's fantastic. But it's frustrating that I don't think they're doing more to steer their daughter in the right direction. Because she's saying right here, her mom introduced her to this jelly with cream cheese. And I remember when her mom was visiting, she was buying her all these snacks and sweets and all these just really unhealthy treats. And I just feel that if mom herself struggled with weight, she would appreciate how unhealthy and how dangerous it is for Rosee to keep stuffing her. She's only 33.
You should get this, screenshot this. This shit's incredible.
She almost is. She almost is.
It's not spicy.
Welcome in, Denise. Good to see you.
But it has a little twang to it.
We're going to watch some of that later tonight. I just wanted to cover this grocery haul first, but I saw that. And then each one of them, she then proceeded to add a bunch of sauce or butter or cheese. She could have just taken a bite of each, but instead she made an entire bowl of each. Yeah, it's wild.
And it's got a sweetness to it that I really like as well. Highly recommend that red pepper jelly.
All 5 women on a scale. I'm thinking,
of course.
Trying to think, what would do they, a weigh station, for truckers? Oh, more sweet potato. Oh, these are the sweet potatoes, I think, and the steak that she cooked the other day. This is the grocery haul from the steak that she made the other night. Yeah.
Some sweet potatoes.
This is that huge steak that we were talking about from earlier. The Zempies. Oh, the weight loss drugs. I don't believe she has. I think that she's tried. Oh, I'm trying to remember. No, I don't think she has. And I know that she said that she was against weight loss surgery in the past, but now she decided that she's in favor of it, but she can't afford it, which I don't know how that works for her, considering she can afford $20 a night for steak. And I understand weight loss surgery is a lot more than $20, but it's not more than $20 a night. Not if you have insurance like she does, because you do a copay and things like that. I'm not saying it's cheap, but when you consider the cost of the medical costs of weighing 550, 600 pounds, the amount of money she spends on food, the cost of weight loss surgery pales in comparison. But again, it's not an automatic fix. Is that even something that's going to help this girl? maybe not. For apple compote, she made apple compote, and then she like cooked the apples, she baked them, and then she added them to these big plastic tubs of yogurt and protein powder, which on one hand like sounds healthy, but she's already eating like 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day. She doesn't need to get extra protein in when she's already eating, 24 ounces of steak. Oh, thank you, Nirvana. You're so sweet. I have good lighting in that picture.
Oh. So I did defrost that crumbled breakfast sausage. I could do something like that.
Losing muscle mass is a real thing. I was joking with Rosie earlier, but because people will say that. But that actually does happen, especially if somebody does have a situation like you described earlier where you can't eat and you're ill. It can happen. And it's tough, and it's a whole big procedure. I don't want to get too sidetracked, but yeah, it sounds like you're doing the right thing with the protein drinks. Definitely make sure you're getting sufficient protein, and it sounds like you're already working on it. So I don't want to get too sidetracked, but yeah, the protein drinks are always are a great choice diet wise to put back a muscle.
I don't want to do a fucking burrito. I'd rather jump off a cliff.
It sounds exotic. I don't think I would like that, though, to be fair.
It's a little extreme, but you get my deal.
Welcome in, Susie Q. Good to see you. I guess that's one strategy, right? Does technically work.
Thank you.
Hooshookbound Jaro, thank you for the clarification.
I'm glad you like my glasses.
I know that she already has insurance. I just don't know. First of all, I don't think Rosie would get accepted for weight loss surgery. I mean, we have people in the chat here who got weight loss surgery. And I had a type of weight loss surgery in the past. I had the lap band surgery, and I know that it's not as that's not as difficult to be approved for. But I know that we have people in the chat who had to be approved for various surgeries, and they make you really they do a good job. Let me say it like that. They do a good job making sure that you're somebody who's a good candidate. They try to filter out people who are going to who are headed for failure. They try to pick, choose people who are going to be good candidates. And Rosie does not seem like a good candidate. I think she would overeat the surgery and would end up with serious complications.
Yeah, Kaya.
It's wild.
Yeah, they're veggie burgers. I always get 80% ground beef. And yeah, that was the one meat package that I showed.
Oh my goodness. That's absolutely it's absolutely horrifying. But I know you mentioned the other day though. I'm glad to know she's doing so much better now. Thank goodness for that. If anybody wants to put some hearts in chat for Save the Nation's child, I think that'd be fantastic. I know she's doing better now.
I don't know how to make ice cream. Thank you. I'm sorry. I don't think you have to whip the heavy cream. I think it depends on what kind of ice cream you're making and what.
I actually made ice cream before when I was a kid. I made it once, like in science class. We made it using just some ice, and we just put the cream in a Ziploc bag and put it in a second bag with ice and salt to get it really, really cold. And it came out delicious. It came out really good. It was hard to get it cold enough, but it was good. There's ice cream machines that are pretty inexpensive. If somebody really likes ice cream, it might not be a bad investment to get one of those ice cream machines because they're not that expensive, but they only make a little bit at a time. But they're tasty though.
Method you're using? They aren't earrings.
Just cream and sugar, simple stuff. A little bit of egg yolk maybe. It can be tough to get approved, Hippieista. I actually had to do self-pay as well because it was so many years ago. Back then, the insurance wasn't as like, it was a lot harder to get the insurance to cover it back then because I wasn't like super, super heavy. I was only like maybe like 100 pounds overweight, 90 pounds overweight. But that's why I was a good candidate at the same time, right?
So I went ahead and got some bananas.
Oh, I'm glad you asked, Nirvana. I actually spoke to her. I'm glad you asked. I actually did just speak to her for Mother's Day. She didn't report anything bad, but you know, I didn't really pry like about any health stuff or anything like that. But she seemed to be doing good. We just said hi. You know, she asked how I was doing. I told her she has a lot of folks here who sent their well wishes, and yeah, and she said hi. So there you go. I did speak to her very, briefly, but we did speak.
To end up making banana bread at some point.
Yep. I'll tell you, Zoe Green, I talk a lot about weight loss, but gaining healthy weight is just as important. Because weight loss, when I say weight loss, I mean fat loss. I mean unhealthy weight loss, right? I mean healthy, losing unhealthy body weight. That's what I mean. Let me rephrase that. I mean the process of losing excess body fat. And then there's healthy weight gain, putting on muscle. I've had to do both. After I lost a bunch of, when I was in the process of losing the fat, I ended up losing a lot of muscle too, and I had to regain a lot.
Hey, thank you. Hey, Nancy.
That definitely happens.
I got one cucumber.
Okay, so Rosie gets some vegetables. Respect where it's due. She gets a cucumber. Cucumber is very low in calories. It doesn't really have a lot in there. It's mostly just water, but it tastes good.
Thank you, Krista. Hopefully,
I don't know,
bought
Jamie.
a cucumber
I
a long
I
time
hope
ago.
not.
I threw it away like
Could
a couple
be.
days ago because I forgot it was in the fridge. So my goal is to eat it this time.
Yeah, as long as you can squeeze out the grease.
Get like refrigerator blindness. And then I got my brother 2 things of celery.
Respect, Zoe.
Yeah, I'm not.
Welcome in, Pet Daddy
The
Nancy.
is already too expensive.
If you're having a good night. And welcome into anybody else. If you've come in and I missed you on the way in, appreciate everybody here tonight. All the chatters, all the lurkers, all the people watching the replay. Oh, welcome in, middle of nowhere. Good to see you too.
I refuse to buy 73%. I refuse.
73% beef? Is she seriously like regularly she seriously contemplates buying 70% fat, like 70% lean? I mean, 80% lean is already, you know, like Nutty said. For burgers, it's okay, but that's a little bit greasy. If you're trying to cut down the fat, cut down the calories, you probably want to do 90% beef, 10% fat. I mean, because you got to remember that 90% beef, still that 90% is also probably like 50% fat, right?
And then for my brother mostly, but also me too. I'm sure I'll probably have a potato here or there. These are regular potatoes. My brother likes them.
Nothing wrong with that. If you got to put some weight on, ice cream will help.
So, and then I also got some oranges.
Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, she got some those seedless tangerines. Those are really tasty. I think they can be a little pricey, but if they're on sale, especially, those are a great choice. They're so tasty. So easy to peel. Yes, I do, Hippieista. I still do. I ended up, for a while, I guess you could say it took a long time to out-eat the band, as you could say, but it took a long time to do it. Like, it was very slow and gradual. Like, I gained the weight very slowly for a long time. And then eventually I said, hey, I got to lose this weight again. And I decided to do it. And that was it. And I think it helps me to not gain it back.
Okay. I don't have the energy to do to prep and make the sweet potatoes and do the steak tonight. That's not happening. So
Agreed, middle of nowhere.
I have the defrosted
Absolutely, Nirvana.
ground breakfast sausage.
Defrosted ground breakfast sausage, did she say? breakfast sausage, again, everything she eats is just like all fat. Breakfast sausage is what, like 75% fat by weight? 80% fat by weight? It's probably like 65, it's probably like 70% fat by weight, like 90% fat by calories. Something like that.
Well, my first brain's thought goes to like an easy option that's very low maintenance and like depression friendly is I could make one of these Stouffer boxes and then just dump the ground sausage in it and I have a meal.
Boca burgers and celery. What did she say? She's gonna dump 2 boxes of sausage in?
Just dump in front, like an easy option that's very low maintenance and like depression friendly is I could make one of these Stouffer boxes and then just dump the ground sausage in it.
That's a depression-friendly meal. Make the Stouffer stuffing and dump a box of sausage into it. That is, YouTube will does not want me to use the word. I'm gonna say self-delete. That is how you self-delete with food. That's what that is. A box of stuffing with a box of sausage in it. Who the heck eats that? That's like this feels like watching like a junkie inject, or like watching an alcoholic just drink straight from the bottle, right? Like this person is Rosee sounds desperate and crazy. The way she's talking, how she's gonna eat a box of stuffing and a box of sausage mixed into it for breakfast.
And I have a meal.
Because she's depressed. What the heck? She's trying to do?
Hey, Bobino.
Try to make sure you're getting your protein drinks in.
Give you a panic attack. Oh my gosh.
She has to. I pray she is.
Water. It's good to see you too, Nancy. Thank you for being here. Yes, Kimberly, I'm back.
I think that as long as you don't overcook it, that's the important thing. The 90-10, it's easy to overcook it and it can dry out a little bit. But if you don't overcook it, it's pretty good.
My first live was yesterday.
Just gotta make sure it doesn't dry out.
I'm just nauseous.
Yeah, we love Skinny Queen.
My
She's
depression
awesome.
meal is that I have a leftover Popeye's chicken sandwich in the fridge. That sounds bomb.
A leftover Popeye's chicken. Rosee, like just everything she has is so bad for her. And I'm somebody who I talk all the time. I believe in treats. I believe in treat days, treat meals. I put on some weight the last like 2 months because things have been going well and I've been treating myself a little too much. But hey, it's time to get back on that diet program. And even when I was off my diet, I didn't gain like a lot. I just gained like a pound, a pound a week or every week or two, that kind of thing. A couple pounds a month.
I just got way too comfortable ordering out and
yeah, not good stuff.
Spent way too much money. So
right?
I have to be really
right. What even is that?
Be really frugal minded from here on out. So
stovetop of breakfast
I'm
sausage.
having a come to Jesus moment with myself, and
anything.
It's one of the reasons why I decided to come back on live was because I like I said yesterday, I just need to pull my.
Thank you, Nirvana. Thank you. She has people in the chat who are talking about how they love to sit here and watch her eat. How it makes them feel good to watch her eat. I don't want to denigrate somebody's hobby or what they enjoy doing, but it sounds like they enjoy watching her destroy herself. And maybe they are not able to recognize that, but if they don't recognize that, let me make them aware. You're watching this girl, I almost used the word. You're watching this girl destroy herself. That's what you're watching. How can you enjoy contributing to that?
Head out of my ass. And it's gonna start in just like improving my current state of life.
It is wild.
Because I'm really not happy with where it's at. So, but yeah, that's the grocery haul.
Good point, Fallen Angel.
And
I try to be careful because I know people on YouTube can be very sensitive sometimes, Zoe. But I think you have a good point there. I mean, I have to be cautious with my words. But a lot of it does look just like gluttony. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt and say that she's not thinking clearly. And I do think that she's so big that there is, it's a lot more than just bad decision making. But I believe that it is fundamentally fundamentally gluttony is the issue.
I'm so drained and depleted. I just don't know what I want to make. I don't know.
And I agree with that, Fallen Angel. That's a great point. If somebody's depressed and they can't eat and they lose weight, that's a, you know, I'm not saying that's a good thing. But if you're depressed and I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is don't use depression as a reason to consume even more food, to make yourself even more heavy and out of shape and more depressed. It's a very negative cycle. Very, very negative cycle. Just everything is everything. And it's just these sheer quantities as well. The quantities, like Elizu said, there's so much food and difficult to digest food.
I think I'm gonna have a couple oranges. So I still have some of that Purdue chicken in the fridge. I could make a little chicken and rice bowl.
That's a good question, Denise. I know she lives with her brother, and her brother does get disability payments, so that probably does defray some of her costs. I'm not really aware of Rosie's financial situation. I mean, I know she does work at this present time, and I do believe she gets some assistance from her family as well. But that's about the extent of what I know. I do know that her audience provides her with some money. She did have some supporters who were sending her a pretty good amount of money up until her recent break. In fact, that's a good story. Let me share that with you folks. She had a supporter in her chat who was donating hundreds of dollars regularly, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, probably over $1,000. In fact, almost definitely over $1,000 altogether. And one of her mods ended up being a troll and banned or blocked this supporter who was donating the hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And Rosee immediately found out and got really, no, that didn't happen. Instead, Rosee took a week before she even noticed. Rosee didn't even notice that her biggest supporter was gone for over a week. She was so embarrassed that she ended up taking a break off YouTube for like a month. At least that's what I heard. But how do we get off on this subject? Financial support. All right, let's get back to the food.
Well, that's actually a good idea. I have the quick rice with the chicken. I could add some cheese dip, and I have salsa, and I have tortilla chips. So
she eats a lot. Ooh, that's right, Elizu. Oh, that's something I should. She says that she used to do feeder porn. She says that she used to charge a lot of money for it too. She said she made a lot of money selling pornography. Is that true? I don't know. But she claims to have made a lot of money selling pornography in the past. Specifically feeder pornography. That's her claim. Is that, again, there's no way to verify that. At least not any way I'm willing to verify. You're afraid. I am not willing to verify that. Somebody else is going to have to do that.
Thanks, Kaya.
Is that the same Kaya who is persona non grata over in Girl World? Hey, it takes years to really learn it.
What's my favorite meal? So my answer to that has been steak with a sweet potato.
See, that's what's so interesting to me. Steak with a sweet potato, on the surface, sounds like a genuinely good meal. It doesn't sound unhealthy. And I remember watching the meal she made, and I covered it on my stream last week. The big mukbang Rosee did with the steak and the sweet potato. If she just ate half of what she served herself, it would not have been so bad. But then again, she also eats a big dessert, and she eats a big appetizer and all that other stuff. But the potato itself and the steak itself were not bad.
We're going like full unhealthy style. I'm really into a burger with a side of mozzarella sticks.
Fallen Angel, I'm gonna give you my permission. If you do mukbangs, just keep them off the YouTube and don't tell me about them. But I'm not gonna judge.
As long as they're good mozzarella sticks and a good burger, I'm happy. Those are like my favorite unhealthy foods.
No, but seriously, I don't want to judge. I don't judge people, but do what's healthy and do what's best for yourselves, right? Like if you could do a healthy mukbang and it's innocent and fun and you enjoy it, then go ahead with it, right? I'm not going to tell anybody what to do though, as far as their personal decisions. Just make sure you're doing what's best for you, right? Like really think it through. Don't just take a quick buck. Because an easy money, easy come,
Thanks,
easy
Deborah.
go, right? Agreed, Saban Nation. I tell that to I tell that to my family sometimes. My mother, I mentioned her a few times. She's been recovering after that hospital stay, and she's doing a great job, Mom. If you're listening, I know you watch these replays. Proud of you for that. But you can't get lazy. Sometimes she gets lazy and she just wants to rest, and you can't be sedentary. You gotta keep working. Yeah, she lives with her brother and he gets disability. So if they
most
both
of the time when I
were
ordered
getting
burgers,
it,
I would only
maybe?
get them from like fast food places. In recent history,
What from fast food?
I'm trying to think, because most of the time when I ordered burgers, I would only get them from like fast food places. In recent history, just because they're dependable and fast and close by.
You mean like if the feeder thinks that they're going to be losing access to the like they're going to be running out of feeder content, so they want to get it while they still can, that kind of a thing.
And I get disappointed a lot by a lot of like, unless they're like really, really
Okay, that makes sense.
good signature burgers, but like a lot of the sit down places like Chili's, Applebee's, places like that, I don't like their burgers. I don't like that style of burger. I'm debating.
Hey, we got a remedy here from Zoe. Hey, why not? I'll give that a shot. Never hurts to give it a try, right?
Because I don't know if it's, I don't know. I just like me a burger.
Foodie's feeder.
Pakistan. Oh man.
The only account she has is her OnlyFans account. Only feeders account.
Like right now. Wait, didn't that happen a couple days ago? Or is it happening again?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, Gigi, I'm currently...
I think it's also worth pointing out, at this point, there's a very clear health consequence. If Rosie's hustling doing mukbangs, I mean, she can't really gain any more weight without the health consequences costing more than whatever she could possibly earn from doing the mukbangs. Like whatever money she earned from mukbangs, like look at Foodie. Better example is Foodie. Whatever money Foodie earns from those mukbangs, it all goes to pay for her medical treatments. So is that really like a hustle? You're hustling yourself.
Sure.
So I mean, gotta look at it from that total cost,
upsetting.
Right?
I don't know a lot
good.
about the Pakistan and India conflict. I only know a little surface level information. It seems like it's unfortunately like they're taking a page out of the Palestine.
Oh, thank you, Nirvana.
Oppression book.
I'm not going to get into politics, but Rosie, if anybody's not aware of India and Pakistan, look them up. And I think you'll realize that Rosie doesn't seem to have a lot of knowledge on this subject. I don't want to turn this into a discussion of international politics or history, although I do know a little bit on the subject. I don't know enough to give a good show on it, and I don't think that's what anybody's tuned in to hear. So feel free to look that up, though, and you'll realize that Rosie does not seem to have the slightest clue what she's talking about. Just throwing that out there.
Kind of the vibe that I got, but I don't know enough to really speak on it other than obviously I want that to stop. I don't want people to be bombed. Right now I'm just eating some oranges.
Fish eggs, absolutely. Yeah, she if she doesn't know if you don't know what you're talking about, leave it alone, right?
Right
That's
now,
what
yeah,
that's
right
what I
now I'm
think
just eating
Rosie
some
should
oranges, but
follow on that.
I think I'll just end up making a little bowl of food to eat here in a little bit. I just wanted to do a short little.
Well, you might be the only one, and even if you're not, I'm not in the mood to discuss it, so we're leaving that alone.
Live. Is that a Bodhi ring? I would have to Google what a Bodhi ring is, to know for sure, because I know this is a stone ring. I believe it's.
She's drooling. She's got drool coming out of her mouth. Look.
Bodhi ring. I just wanted to do a.
She's got drool hanging out of her mouth. Look. What the heck? Rosie, you got. Don't put this. Watch this. Look.
Right now I'm just eating some oranges, but I think I'll just end up making a little bowl of food.
What the hell, Rosie? Wipe your mouth.
I just wanted to do a short little live. Is that a Bodhi ring? I would have to Google what a Bodhi ring is, to know for sure, because I know this is a stone ring. I believe it's carnelian.
What the heck?
They didn't call it that when the place that I bought it, or it's.
Well, actually, hold on a second. I think that's a little piece of the orange. I don't think that's drool. I think that's a piece of the orange. Okay. I almost was a little bit crisis averted. It was a piece of orange, not spittle. So, I mean, I hope it's a piece of orange at least.
What a
but still, how do you not notice that? Sorry, folks, I got that wrong. Okay, so we got the grocery all done. Let's go cover the more recent. Let me break it up with a little bit of glitter and lasers. We've been covering a lot of Rosie. Rosie's cool, but we're gonna break it up just a little bit. I got a little bit of glitter and lasers we're gonna mix it up with, and then we're gonna head back to the more current Rosie, the current one. So let me go back. Let me put on the bumper and let me pull up the other video real quick, and then we'll cover the current Rosie as well, because we have a few different subjects tonight. So let me put on the brief update of glitter and lasers. Not a pretty short one. 1 second here. All right, so let me share the screen. All right, here we go.
Gym, and it literally almost killed me.
So glitter and lasers, anybody who's not aware, glitter and lasers has had 4 liposuction surgeries. Let me show the, here's glitter and lasers, liposuction surgeries. She's had 4 of them in the last 9 months. She's bigger than when she started. She basically has no benefit from any of it, but she says she has. I've covered her a lot over the last few months. So I would encourage everybody to look at some of the previous videos I've done. But yes, the lives I've done. But anyway, she claims to be back to working out. Glitter and Lasers has a history of lying about working out. When she was doing her fitness app, Fitness Queen journey, she had a fitness app that she was selling. She was sponsored by them, but she was using weight loss drugs the entire time. She claimed that she lost 100 pounds doing exercises. In reality, she never even went to the gym and completed a real workout. I mean, she went there, but just to pose. But let me show you what I'm talking about. Does she even break a sweat?
I am at the tail end of a very long surgery journey to treat my lipedema. And while I'm very grateful to be done with surgery, I am realizing that...
I love how she shows herself carrying the bike, but do you think she could even use that bike?
It's going to take a lot to rebuild the strength I had. Now, I am not clear.
All right, I'm going to say this. I don't have anything against these exercises themselves. These seem pretty low impact, at least what she's showing so far. I just question if she actually completed any of this. Or did she just, do this for the camera to 2 dips for the camera and then quit, like everything else.
To lift weights yet, so that presents a little bit of a problem. That said, my doctor said I could do functional exercising.
And like this one here, this just looks very uncomfortable for her. These clothes look so darn tight. I'm worried, look like your circulation's cut off.
Now, if you're not familiar,
all right, now here, this is, I like to call these knee crackers. When Anna does these lunges, excuse me, I almost forgot. She looks like she's ready to tip over. Look at how her legs are bowed out.
with functional exercise, it's really cool. It's
all right, and this here is not a squat. I don't know what this is. I guess this actually is a squat. It's like popping a squat, though. It's like the way you squat when you're going to relieve yourself. This is not a squat, that you use in the gym for building your legs or your backside, right?
basically thinking about exercise in the
And also, Anna, this right here, why is everything she wears so freaking tight and unflattering? Why do we have to see every crease between her legs? Like, why can't she ever, have something with just a little bit, just a little bit more space in there?
Perspective of what can I do to help me perform actions in my day-to-day life?
I mean, just look at that lunge. She's so unsteady. And I'm happy that she's exercising, but why is she doing lunges? Lunges are for people who are already in good shape or people who are at least, pretty light. It's just going to hurt your knee.
Exercise in the perspective of what can I do to help me perform actions in my day-to-day life a little bit easier. So
again, these squats where she just is completely bent over. And if you notice, her fupa is kind of stopping her from getting down low enough to really do the squat properly.
For example, doing a squat to get out of a couch, or standing on your tiptoes to reach something on a tall shelf, or
doing this weighted carry is whatever, but I think just walking without carrying any weight would be plenty for her.
Carrying something in your hand. So it's like, taking your groceries from the car. It's really thinking about exercise in a way to improve how you live now. And it's also a great way to build strength without pushing your body too.
Again, we watched Anna do exercise before, and she couldn't even complete one set without being entirely out of breath. I don't believe that after these 4 surgeries that she's magically in good shape all of a sudden. We saw that it took her, an hour to complete, it took her an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes, something outrageous to complete a 5K. She basically walked it, which is good, but she claimed she ran it.
Too hard.
Oh, Hippie
right
made a
now,
post. Let me read
it's
it.
a good solution for me.
I'm so far
I'm
behind in
also
the chat.
doing
My bad,
cardio.
everybody.
I am trying to build up some time on the stair stepper. Today I did 4 minutes. I am proud of that 4 minutes. That is all I could do. I did also
Absolute
walk,
loose knuckle.
and on
All right, let me catch up on the chat here real quick. Farmer walks. Oh, thank you very much, Zoe. Hope you have a great night. Yes, Oliver done too fast, incorrectly, and it looks like she doesn't actually complete more than just a rep or 2. Yeah, she's gotten 4 liposuction surgeries, Hippieista. If anybody else is not aware of that, over the course of 9 months, and those liposuction surgeries were allegedly to remove the lipedema, the fibrous lipodemas, or in her body. She has lipedema, which is inflamed fat tissue, for lack of a better term. And allegedly the surgeries were to remove that fibrosis.
honestly shocked by how much I walked. I was watching Taskmaster, which is like my favorite UK show, and I was so into it. I walked for 3.5 miles.
Does anybody believe that she really walked for 3.5 miles? I mean, look at her. She's holding on for dear life. She's holding on to those handles for dear life. And she hasn't even broken a sweat. Who really believes that she made 3.5 miles? This is unbelievable. Why doesn't she show us a vlog of those 3.5 miles that she walked? Why does she show us like a 1-second clip? Why not show us like a 20, 30-minute vlog of you walking? Look at her. She can't even do look how short of a distance she goes.
Today I did 4 minutes. I am proud of that 4 minutes. That is all I could do.
How does somebody only capable of doing 4 minutes on a stepper capable of walking 3.5 miles? It doesn't add up. Look at how she's ready to collapse. Look at her face. This is the face of somebody who made 3.5 miles. This is somebody who barely made 3.5 minutes.
I did also walk.
Look at that.
And honestly shocked
She's huffing and puffing, holding on for those hands are gripping on for dear life.
by how much I walked. I was watching Taskmaster, which is like my favorite.
She's huffing and puffing. She's not even broken a sweat yet, and she's already huffing and puffing. She did not walk 3.5
show, and I
miles.
was so
No
into it.
way.
I walked for 3.5 miles.
Hell, did you walk 3.5 miles, Glitter? Sorry, maybe 3.5 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Can't show it. Didn't happen. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. She is lying about everything. Everything. And I've done a bunch of videos showing it. Oh, yes, please. Absolutely, a beast. You can definitely post a link. I didn't realize that you asked. Okay, so the next video. Let me put up the bumper here. I got another one from Anna. Another short one. I'm glad everybody here seems to be so familiar with her because that saves me the trouble of having to explain it all. Okay, let me find the other recent video she did. There's just so much great content. I can't cover it all. What's the other good one here? Oh, this is absolutely embarrassing. This one is absolutely freaking embarrassing. Okay, POV, you're an adult with a credit card. Does anybody else think this does not support, like the weight limit on this does not support her? They see me roll. Oh, I gotta turn off that music, sorry. This is like a Chuck E. Cheese or something. She's going to break this. She is an absolute. Look at how she wrecks this motorbike. Look at that crap. Look at how brutal she is with this. She's trying to wrench it out of the socket. Look at that. And again, sitting here, she is absolutely destroying these toys. Like, imagine the little kid that wants to play on that and it's out of order because Glitter and Lazers completely wrecked it. This is just embarrassing. What the heck is she trying to do here? And I'm all for adults having fun. I love to play games and stuff. Oh, no problem, Fiona. So I'm glad you can make it in. And I agree, Steady C. Shenanigans. Fibbing. Cannot show because it never freaking happened. Agreed. Okay, got one more quick vid to show you guys. I'll let this roll for a second. One more quick one, and then we're going to head back for the more current Rosee vid. One more good one.
After surgery?
Oh man. I want to climb Cocoa Head.
Oh, I gotta turn off the music. Yeah. Look at this. Does anybody notice anything weird about this angle? Is this at an angle or is the camera at an angle? Notice that this track is not actually at an angle. This is perfectly flat ground. But she is leaning forward so far because her body is so imbalanced that she has to lean forward completely to keep from falling over backward. Look at this. This is perfectly flat ground. Look at the people in front of her. They're not leaning forward. Look at how she stands up without leaning forward. This is perfectly flat ground. But the camera is angled in a way to make you think that she's walking up an incline, which she is not. All right, let's get back to the Rosee. Enough of the glitter. All right, 1 second here. Oh, here's a video that you can see how she was a year ago, how much smaller she was a year ago.
But
Look at how much smaller she was 11 months ago. This is crazy. Look at this.
It also has this, so you can like
Look at how she looked.
pin that and be a little more conservative.
Look at how well she moved. Look at how easily she moved around. This is sad to see. This woman 11 months ago looked like she was on the verge of getting her life back, doesn't she? Like she's moving around. She's able to fit in her clothes. It's sad to think about.
Let me fix it. It's looks a little bunched up.
Look at how much normally she
be a
was
little more
shaped.
business casual.
Look at how her bracelet fits. Look at how her bracelet fits here compared to how it fits now. Look at how her bracelet fits here compared to how it fits now.
So this is what I was worried about with this dress. It's also
I mean, and I'm not saying that she was, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, fill her full of hot air and you know, but this is a light year from where we are now. This is just completely different. Just you can't, you know, Rosie, this person in this video is somebody who I feel I might have some hope for. Whereas Rosie now is self-destructing. It's absolutely self-destructing. So let me put the bumper back on. That's all I wanted to show you from 11 months ago. Just for reference. So let's get back to the most current Rosie.
Don't worry about it, Ella. Anyway, here. We'll do the remaining Parmesan and butter. Let me do that for...
So I'm going to skip through it a little bit. So we're going to start here with Rosie making the food.
Okay. That will just do... Really been pissing me off. Of it going beyond nausea.
Oh, she talks about how ill she's been.
Metformin in a while, and I thought... Maybe
Oh, this is actually really good right here. Sorry. Keep rewinding.
Said nausea. I have...
Okay, we're going to go all the way back to near the beginning because she talks so much good, interesting stuff here. And she hasn't muted herself here, so let me fast forward just to drop. And the reason she hasn't muted is when she turned it on, she started to like burp. It started to have indigestion. So she muted herself.
I've been dealing with unexplained nausea for,
Yeah,
I think, over a week.
glitter or Rosie?
It's improved. But today's been kind of rough. And I'm not sure what's going on. So sorry about that.
She was different years ago. I saw some of her older videos, and I can admit that years ago she seemed a lot more humble, relatable, whatever you want to call it. But she seemed a lot less obnoxious.
It's been really difficult to eat because of it.
Yeah, it was not pretty to see.
And yeah, I don't know the source of the nausea, and it's really been pissing me off.
Doesn't know the source of the nausea. It's been pissing her off. Rosie, if you don't know the source of the nausea, let me give you a hint. I think it might have something to do with the garbage that you got delivered from the grocery store the other day. You got a pound of Velveeta, or 2 pounds of Velveeta, I think, a pound and a half of Velveeta, pound of cream cheese, an entire bag of pepperoni, 3 pounds of steak, 5 pounds of sweet potato. You got so much food that you're eating like for 4 people. I think that might have something to do with it. And you're eating when you're not even hungry.
And I'm just trying to mitigate it. I haven't actually, like, from said nausea, I have, oh my god, this is so dramatic. It wasn't this bad when I scheduled the live, and then, like, an hour or two ago, I was like, oh shit. Because that's when the nausea got worse. Oh man.
I can't imagine otherwise.
Well, I'm using bubbly water. That helps more than still water. sometimes the still water makes me nauseous. Like, it triggers the nausea more. But I'm sorry about that. That looked real dramatic.
And when she says triggers the nausea more, that makes me feel like this is something that's been going on regularly. If she has not like severe nausea regularly, she should get that looked at.
Apologize. I've been dealing with that a good bit. Like offline. It's been real stupid. Because
I mean, just her body shape compared to 11 months ago, she's put on so much weight and she is so swollen. If somebody told me that she was in the hospital on life support, I'd believe it.
to be fully transparent, like, I wasn't taking care of myself very well there for a while. So I hadn't taken my metformin in a while, and I thought maybe that was it. I've been taking my metformin consistently for several days now, and I haven't really noticed a huge
She hasn't taken her metformin for several days now. Did everybody hear that? She said hasn't, and I want to respond to Elise's comment very quickly here. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about weight loss surgery. The way she eats, she would rupture her stomach if she got weight loss surgery. But yeah, she said she skipped her metformin for a week because, you know, it can give her nausea, and she didn't even really notice much difference. Skipping your metformin when you're 600 pounds and you have issues with blood sugar and you're eating carbs like crazy when you're eating an entire box of stuffing and you're skipping your metformin, are you trying to put yourself into the ground?
Well, there's been a mild improvement, so I'm hoping that my hypothesis is that it's because of that, and so I just need to take am I saying melatonin? I meant to say metformin.
I heard about that. I heard she convulsed
more consistently. And then from there, I'm gonna see if that kind of equalizes the nausea, because I know
she's a trooper, and she does it for the fans. She does it for the people who want to, you know, she does it for the people who love to see the mukbangs.
Take that without eating, it makes you nauseous. But I was experiencing the nausea before I started retaking my metformin. So
I don't know if she can, because it starts up by her, like under her chin. But like it's like the weirdest cleavage in the world, because it stops like halfway down. Like it stops starts like too high and it ends too high.
Thank you, Liani. Yeah, I think I have some ginger tea.
Like it's really just like her shoulder fat. Like, cause like, see, it like goes from like across, like it's really like it's cleavage, but it's not cleavage. It's not, it is, but it's not.
It's just, I don't want hot tea.
It's scary. That's why I don't even cover her. Because it's just scary to watch.
I would say I've been dealing with moderate nausea, because I haven't, like I said, I haven't actually like gotten to the point of
exactly, Fallen Angel. It's not cleavage.
But sometimes it's like it gets triggered if I walk too fast, if I'm talking too much, you know, stupid shit like that.
It's like it's a vertically spaced roll. That's what it is. It's a vertical roll.
It's so annoying. Oh my god.
That's a good point, Capricorn. She's probably worried they try to feed her. I mean, I don't know what else there is for her at this point. It's been years now that she's been, you know, looking really, really scary. So Rosee, just to clue anybody in who's not aware, we covered a grocery haul earlier from Rosee. We covered some glitter and lasers as well. Right now we're covering Rosee's latest mukbang.
So I'm just not going to worry about that. We'll just do the pasta taste testing.
Pasta taste testing. So if you were going to taste test pasta, how would you do it? How much pasta would you make if you were going to do a taste test? If you were going to taste test 3 kinds of pasta and you just wanted to know how they tasted because you weren't hungry, about how much pasta would you make? I don't want to influence you folks, but I'd make maybe a few strands, just enough to taste it. a few strands of pasta. That's about it.
If I get hungry later, I can eat something with a little more protein. Excuse me. All right. We're gonna start with this pot.
Yeah, maybe. Just a little. Pretty small amount.
Oh, man. I tell you, it's not just some bullshit. But that's been a big focus in my life recently. It's super annoying. So just in case I need it, and then I need a little bowl for the sauce.
I just want to stop here just so everybody can get a look at Rosie from the back here. It's just shocking. Because when we saw that picture of her earlier, we saw that video of her from 11 months ago, she has to be over 100 pounds heavier in just 1 year. That's over 100 pounds of weight gain.
I think the nausea's getting better. I think so.
I mean, even just the shape of her chest. Before, she had like a more normal shape. Now it's like under her elbows. It's not where she wants to be. And look at her bracelet. Before, the bracelet was a little bit tight. Now it looks like it's cutting off the circulation.
I still don't feel great, I'll be honest with you guys.
It's got to be over 100 pounds in a year.
Pasta, salt, butter, Parmesan, bowl, sauce, water, canned drink.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm saying it depends if the taste test is also going to be like a meal, right? If the taste test is not going to be, if you're going to have the taste test and then you're going to have something else to eat afterward, or if you're just going to have the taste test. But anyway, no matter what anybody's idea of a taste test is, I can promise you this. It's a heck of a lot smaller than Rosie's idea of a taste test.
Still water. I'm on.
ALR is more of a Christmas tree. ALR is more of a Christmas tree shape. Rosie has more of like a Hershey's Kiss shape.
The day. So, I have to say this past week I've been pretty proud of myself. With the choices I've been making, with how much water I've been drinking. Quite pleased.
Yeah, agreed. It's a good point. I didn't even realize. But yeah, it's like out at a 45-degree angle. She couldn't even try to lay it flat against the side of her body. That's got to be uncomfortable. I mean, it's just very, very uncomfortable looking. Yes, Foodie's got that penguin shape with it's all in the front, right? All on the front side. Foodie's got like the giant fupa. Rosie's got the but another big difference is Rosie's got the giant arms, whereas ALR's got the small arms and Foodie's got the small arms. Rosie's got those big HFC arms.
Okay. Let me get caught up on chat, y'all.
Amber also has the small face, whereas Rosie and Foodie both have the big round face.
Well, if I didn't eat when I was nauseous, I wouldn't eat, and then I would get more nauseous. So.
I have to be creative if I don't want to be rude.
I mean, I'm on YouTube, so I do get some accents and stuff.
Yes, please, hit Easter. And everybody, if you're enjoying the show, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel a lot. And be sure to click the subscribe bell so that you can get notifications whenever I go live. Don't want to miss a fresh live. Be sure to click that subscribe bell. So here, nothing, and again, I want to point out in moderation, nothing wrong with having a snack or a sweet. Rosie's here, this food in the bag here is some kind of a meat sauce or a sausage topping she made. Rosie's not the world's worst cook. Certainly she's better than Amber or Foodie. she's not a good cook. Don't get me. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying compared to Amber or Foodie, she's a little bit better. And this sausage topping she made actually looked not too terrible, but it's very greasy, very, very greasy. But not recommended.
I grabbed a very tiny spoon for this job.
Okay, well, I mean, compared to Rosee though, right? I mean, at least I feel like they're bigger. Maybe Amber covers her arms more. To be fair, Amber covers her arms. She never exposes them, which is why maybe I don't realize how big they are. So I think I may have to concede that to you, Jamie. She keeps her arms covered. So it's a fair point.
Same, Danielle. I struggle with the same thing.
Now, that's fair. That's fair. She keeps her arms covered. That's why. But now that I'm thinking about it, her arms are pretty big.
Tiniest spoon. Nicotine. I tend to always do at least an hour. Today will probably be shorter than the last live I did, simply because of how I'm feeling. I like to eat.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's really just that Foodie and Amber always cover their arms, and Rosee and HFC always wear the sleeveless. I think that's why I tend to think of them as being the big arm gals.
Need to eat again tonight.
Well, not to say they don't have big arms, but they always wear the sleeveless, so I notice it.
That should be good. Okay. So we're gonna try them plain with butter and Parmesan, and then I'm also gonna try them with a lasagna sauce because I'm very curious. Because we're trying edamame pasta, soybean pasta, and black bean pasta. And I'm very curious. This is going to be like a...
I hope she's crab apples. If you're watching out there, hopefully everything's okay. I know crab apples has been busy. Last time I spoke to her was not too, well, it was a little while ago, but she was she's been pretty busy though. I know that. So hopefully everything's good with her.
A review / taste test / little cooking. Got some on my shirt. Ah, damn it, motherfucker. Okay. My stomach.
And I think that she really might want to wear an apron because every time she cooks, she gets food all over herself.
Still feels a little funny, but the wave of nausea.
Oh, mouse toast too. Mouse toast is another fun one. Yeah, there's been a lot of great chatters over the years now. You know, we've had, and if any of them are out there, any of them watching the replay, any of them lurking, we're always happy to have you back.
All right. I think the reason why that started at the top of the live the way that it did is because I've been walking around and doing stuff right before I sat down, and sometimes that triggers that. So my apologies, y'all.
Now, I want to ask you folks a little bit because I am not really familiar with these alternative pastas. I'm an old-fashioned guy when it comes to the pasta. I like my straight-up semolina flour pasta. I don't really eat a lot of pasta, so it's not really an issue for me. So I can have just the regular pasta because I don't eat a lot of it. But what do you folks think? Are there some of these pastas? I know a few of you mentioned in the chat already. You folks like them? Do you feel they're a good choice? Are they a good value? Are they overpriced? I don't really know much about them. And this is a lovely camera angle here, by the way.
All right. Got the water. And then, actually, I'm going to need 3 paper plates. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I won't need 3.
She's got more food on her clothes than she gets anywhere else. Okay.
I don't want my stomach hurting later, so I'm just going to make sure that I don't
Yeah, darn right.
exceed like 1.5 portions of this pasta.
Not much into
So
pasta.
I don't want to exceed 3 ounces.
I think pasta is one of those things that I feel like it goes through phases. Like it goes through phases where people say it's really bad for you, and then people decide, oh well, actually it's not so bad. And it just seems like public opinion is always changing on pasta.
Ooh, that smells funky.
Is she talking about the pasta? I hope so. Oh, interesting. You enjoy that? Good.
That's 1.3 ounces. Yeah.
What I use, I know they're not like a fancy brand, but they're perfectly fine. If you want a less expensive brand, I think Berea is a really good deal. If you want to get some less expensive pasta, Berea is a good deal.
Okay. Well, shit.
Oh, I've heard those are really healthy too.
Wait, yeah, that is on ounces. Okay. Hold on. I don't know if I teared that. Let me try it again. Okay, I didn't tear it. So that's actually half an ounce. Thank God. I was like, there's no fucking way.
Oh, Lisa hates on my. I'm not going to let you hate on my
We'll do an
Berea.
ounce each. There's 3 of them. Yep, we'll do an ounce each.
Ah,
I might not eat all of
Heresy.
them if I don't like them.
Heresy.
You know? So we'll see. Oh, shut the fuck up.
hey, it's right. It's good price. It's a good price.
Okay. Oh,
It's a good deal.
how long do I cook it for?
It's the working
Well,
man's
have pasta
pasta.
to cook for 4 to 5 minutes.
But it's what working. It's what
Drain
we
it,
working
rinse with cold
working men
water.
eat.
So how much? 4 to 5 minutes? It said. Okay.
I'll give it a
Fascinated by
I'll give it a
salami
try.
pasta, 'cause I
I'll
love
give it a
salami,
try
as
for
I
you.
stated earlier. How am I gonna do this? Am I gonna reboil the water each time?
Okay, so I'm gonna fast forward through the cooking portion because this is a 2-hour video. We're gonna be here all night. So I'm gonna fast forward to the part where she actually puts the gets the pasta out. So here she adds a little bit of butter.
This chunk of butter, and I'm gonna break it up into thirds. And I'll use 1/3 for each type. I don't know what peri peri fries are. I love Diet Coke though.
So let me skip ahead to the part where the pasta's ready.
Let me see something. Ugh. I'm gonna
Okay.
try for the slotted spoon here.
Oh
There we
wow,
go.
that sounds awful.
That helped. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and stick one of the little butters in there, and some Parm cheese here in a second.
We're gonna run a little bit longer tonight. We'll probably run like an extra 20, 30 minutes tonight. I don't know how much longer, but we'll run a little bit.
Shut up. Alright. Okay.
Agreed, Fiona's mom.
So we got the edamame
Rosie's
pasta in.
Rosie sounds depressed,
And
like
to
very
make my life
sad.
easier, let me just read the instructions, see if they're all the same.
All right.
Oh, 2 to 5 minutes, and then it said to rinse in cold water. So I'm gonna grab this little colander here.
Interesting. I've
set
never
the
even heard of
noodles
those.
in that, run it under some cold water.
All right, so she's got the pasta under the
Then
cold
I already
water.
added the butter too. God, wow, I'm really killing it today.
She added some butter to it. Let me skip ahead a little. And notice that she doesn't get up to do the pasta prep. She slides around in the
So-
chair the whole time. And gets more water on herself, but at least it's just water.
Fucked up already. Good job, me. Yay. Right. I'm just worried if I don't rinse it, there might be some weird flavor or something. I'm doing the best that I can. Okay. So I just rinsed off all the butter. So I'm adding
All right, so she's adding some butter, which I guess by itself is not the worst thing in the world, right? It's not too much.
a little bit of butter.
But that portion of pasta there, it's not a crazy amount. But when you're going to make 3 of those, that's going to add up. That actually ends up being a pretty good amount of pasta if you multiply that times 3.
Oh, and I'm not gonna use a full packet on just this little serving.
Well, that sounds good.
To give it its best
Exactly.
chance for it to be good.
Exactly. Times 3, it becomes a lot.
Yes. That night I had some crazy body cramps. It was wild. But
Good point, Fallen Angel.
there we go.
I think that's something that we should mention here. I don't think we mentioned that enough. I agree with you there. I don't think it's possible to get quite that size while being mentally happy. And that's what Glitter and Lasers claims, which I will never believe. Which she says that she's happy at her weight and she doesn't want to lose any weight and she has no interest in losing any. I just don't believe it. I mean, I'm not saying everybody has to be super skinny or super great, super physically fit or anything like that. But I think there's an upper limit to obesity where it starts to become severely debilitating. And Rosie is well past that point, where she's got to be suffering a lot of consequences physically. Clothes don't fit, can't clean herself. She says she never leaves the house. She must be feeling pretty bad. And I don't think and who knows exactly where it started from, but I'm sure it's continuing it.
All right, so I did about half of the packet of parm. I'm gonna shove that in there for.
Yeah, she's 33, which is pretty young to be 600 pounds.
Okay. I'm gonna do 30 seconds. And then I'm gonna do the soybean.
So she's heating up some of the sausage sauce as well. She's making a soybean pasta.
Alright. Did that about 20
They
seconds.
both had weight loss surgery, so you'd think they would appreciate
Hello, Miss
the
Tequila.
severity
Thank you,
of what she's
Carmela.
dealing with.
Yeah, I'm really curious. Like, these might be really good. I don't know. They did dull in the greenness for sure. Thank you, Emery. I was bumming around in my pajamas, and right before the live, I was like, let me just for funsies, put on a bra and put on a nice dress. Let's have some fun. All right.
Well, it certainly makes my day more fun if you're wearing a bra.
So, this is edamame. It's called only bean. There's one ingredient in this pasta, and it's edamame. Organic edamame bean. There's nothing else added to it. There's no salt. There's no nothing. It's purely edamame in pasta form. So if you're like paleo, this is a good option. So we're trying this right now. There's a little bit of Parmesan butter because I just want it to possibly taste good. This is from an old TikTok haul from before my break. I just haven't actually tried it yet. And then timer, I forgot to set the timer, so let's do 3:30 because I forgot to set the timer. My favorite type of pasta is probably penne or spaghetti. So yeah, this is, like I said, edamame, butter, Parmesan. Let's do a little taste test.
Okay, so let's see what she thinks. Doesn't really seem to like it too much, but Oh,
Wow.
Good point, Nutty. Very good point. I agree with you on that.
So texture?
So when you're doing a taste test, that's the first thing I thought also. I didn't mention that, but I was thinking that earlier. You should just taste some of the noodles with nothing added first, just so you can get an idea of how they taste. And then you can add some stuff.
Pasta. Love it. Flavor?
No problem, Nirvana. Thank you for coming by.
I didn't put a ton of butter.
Have a wonderful evening.
So it's a light flavor.
A great sleep.
There is a flavor to it, but it does not taste like when you eat cooked edamame or when you eat crunchy edamame. Man, it's just like, it's good. It's an adjustment, and like again, I'm a little nauseous, so there was a second there I was like, oh. But I definitely would. I can tell that for this, I would prefer to try it with some sort of sauce. It is not bad at all. I would give this like a 6.5 with just butter and cheese, which for a pasta replacement is pretty damn good. I'm gonna try it though with some sauce.
So now she's going to add the sausage topping, which at this point, I don't think you're even really tasting the pasta that much because you're mostly just tasting sausage topping.
So let me add food.
Because look how much, you know, she really adds a lot on.
For my flavor preference, I want a sauce. So we're gonna stir this up real quick.
So she really puts a good amount of sauce on.
And then I need the colander this time so I don't make the same mistake. Okay. Let me just stuff that right there. So let me go ahead and just like try it with a little bit of sauce, see how it does.
And I think she really likes it with the sauce, but how can it be bad when you put sausage on it, right? I mean, I guess it could still be bad, but put enough grease on there, anything tastes okay.
It's a little bit piece of meat with some of the, and this is the spaghetti edamame.
Oh, that tattoo she has. It looks like she did it herself, doesn't it?
Yo, that tastes like pasta.
Tastes just like real pasta.
With a sauce? That's crazy. That's really good.
So let's fast forward ahead to the part where she starts talking about her health at the end.
That tastes really good. All right, Danielle, thank you for being
So
here.
fast forward to the second pasta, because we only have so much time.
I'll, Googling. Okay, so that's a total of, okay, and most of the sauce is actually at the bottom of the bowl. Yeah, this totals to 9 ounces with some sauce and butter on it.
So this is the third bowl of pasta she's having now.
I'm gonna literally reach out to the company and ask them, I think, later. Because I want to know, and that should be on the packaging.
So she eats this
Yeah,
one.
that's
Let's
what
get
I
to the part
thought
where she
too, but
actually
when
eats
you
it.
cook 3 ounces
All right, so what do you think of the pasta, Rosie?
dry. Okay. Thank you. That's a lot of food. That's a lot of food.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of pasta.
Just gonna throw it away? What do you do with it? It's.
Thank you, Trey.
She was
Thank
on
you,
Mount
Shawnee. I
Jaro,
appreciate
Fiona's
you,
mom.
girl. Thank you, Bree. If I could afford to do Ozempic, I would give Ozempic a try because I've only tried Mounjaro. I would at least try it. No, I'm too nauseous right now, Zalma. I might eat a few bites.
I'm too nauseous, so I'm just gonna keep taste testing the sausage pasta. Huh?
And I will probably just set this aside and reheat it later, and I can let y'all know. No, I did 1 ounce of each of the 3, Risa. And then after they cooked, the water absorbed in the pasta and made it way heavier.
With all that sauce and all that pasta, I don't know if she's going to finish it, but altogether, that's got to be like 500 calories, 600 calories. And that's not a lot for somebody like Rosie. But when you consider that all this was just a taste, this was just a taste test, and then it ended up being over 600 calories.
So.
And just keeps forcing
You're
it
good,
in,
hon.
packing
I know,
it in.
I get it. That was a good thing to point out just in case, because what, if you'd been right, that would have been good to know. I guess, Helena.
Agreed, Denise. Not looking tasty.
Krista, be nice, be nice. Please, please. The edamame noodles look like tiny snakes. You're not wrong, Savvy. So this is what we just taste tested for those who are just joining.
Right? It's not a taste test. That's
I like
like
all
a
of these.
full-size little
This
meal.
one is definitely my favorite. I don't know if it's partially placebo effect that it looks
Actually,
the
it's a
most like
decent
pasta,
sized meal on second
but
thought.
to me,
600
it tasted
calories,
the
not a
most
small
like
meal.
pasta. These two, I mean, I think the truest test would be if I were to boil a little bit of regular pasta to kind of compare, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that right now. No, Aurora, no, I'm not. There's currently meat in my lasagna sauce that I have on this pasta, so I'm not plant-based. I did 1 ounce of each because
Agreed, Fiona's mom. That's
3
legit.
serving.
Rosie says she's
Dad,
so
why did you hide that
nauseous, but
person?
barely, but then eats all this. Yeah, that would have been a much simpler taste to really.
I don't
really,
remember,
know what
B.
she's eating.
Dad, why did you hide her? Thank you, Strawberry. I wait 20 minutes just to say one thing. I'm obsessed with your glasses. It's so sweet. I love my glasses. I'd have to look it up, to be honest with you. I just don't remember. Thank you, Deborah. I really appreciate that. Hey, MMJ. Good to see ya. I did. She said I'm beautiful and not fat.
Who said that?
That's why I'm confused why you deleted it. I mean, I am fat, but I don't think that's worth being removed for. Oh, she did spam. Oh, she spammed. Okay.
And some
Thank
of
you.
the
I didn't see
sausage
the spam.
topping.
Okay, never mind.
And some of the cheese. Why is she continuing to eat if this is a taste test and she's nauseous? If it's a taste test and you've already tasted everything and you're nauseous, why are you still continuing to eat?
I hate being hungry and nauseous. It's the worst feeling. Thank you, KK. No, Dad, you're right. That's what I was saying. You're right. I forgot it was spam. I didn't see the spam. I didn't see any of her messages because I was like talking and doing other stuff. I was just confused. That's all. No, I really appreciate your help, for real. I'm not sure, B. I have a suspicion as to what it is. So, it's like mild to moderate nausea. It's not like anything crazy. It's not. It's really unpleasant, but I'm doing a couple things to try to address it. If that doesn't help, then I'll try to see when I can go to a doctor.
This doesn't sound sounds like a chronic condition.
What's MX race? Yeah, guys, trust me, I appreciate the advice, but I've been doing all that stuff. It's just chronic nausea.
1,000 calories.
I'm like a weekend.
Is more vegetables and fruits than you can eat.
Sometimes it's bad enough that I'm like physically gagging like earlier, but
right?
a lot of the times it's just background nausea.
Like
so.
Few servings.
I don't think they make penne of this style of pasta. I don't think that the integrity of this pasta would hold up to a tubular shape because these are really easily breakable when they're dry. They're a little more durable once they're cooked, but while dry, it's extremely fragile. It's not low blood sugar.
I think she talks about her health a little bit if we fast forward just a little.
I'm not sure if that's the answer anymore. I mean, I love me a good burger. Burgers are something I'm always
She just
craving.
talks about food here, I think. We'll watch this a little bit and maybe fast forward a little bit more. Because I did preview this, and I remember it gets good as it goes on.
Thank you, Helena. I appreciate that a lot.
She continues to eat more toward the end.
Hey, Mango. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you, Liz. I just was dealing with, I had a little bit of an episode related to nausea earlier, so everybody's been really talking about that a lot because it was a little dramatic, and I was like not thrilled.
Yes, fiber
Oh yeah, he's home. He's in his room.
Is a great supplement.
I get my bracelets from We Rock
digestion.
Rocks in Tampa. It's a crystal shop.
We Kick Rocks in Tampa?
Girl, you're not dramatic. I get it. Thank you. I mean, I can be dramatic sometimes, but I wasn't purposefully being dramatic around the nausea. I was actually trying to like get off camera and not be like, I don't want to trigger people. So. Oh, okay, cool. I'm glad she's sleeping. We can all be dramatic, that's true. I'm doing okay. Thank you, Jeffrey.
I thought she was about to take I thought that was whipped cream for a second. Like she was about to take a pop of whipped cream.
Oh, that helped the nausea. Sorry about the burp. But that helped the nausea a lot. Oh, okay, there we
You know
go.
you have a mute button, Rosie.
Ooh, I feel better. Just a little bit. But, alright. So, let's clean up a little bit. I'm gonna try to remain seated because getting up and down does not help.
She's going to remain seated because getting up and down does not help her nausea. I'm going to question that.
with how I'm feeling. Thank you, Cutie Pie. I don't watch Handmaid's Tale. I feel like it would depress me, given the state of our reality. Alright, that's trash. That's
I'm gonna skip ahead just a little bit.
sink. Hello, Jessica. Good to see you. Gabapentin made me extremely, like, how do I say this without YouTube striking me? Want to self-delete within like 2 days of taking it.
What's that, Rosie?
And so I had to stop it because it was really.
What was that? Gabapentin made her want to delete herself? Interesting little clip here.
How do I say this without YouTube striking me? Want to self-delete within like 2 days of taking it. And so I had to stop it because it was really I did not react well to it. Thank you, Mrs. B. I'll keep that in mind. If you come back. Oh shit, Salma, I hid you. God damn it, let me fix it. Unhide user. Sorry. Okay, let me now mod you.
Yeah, right? From Gabapentin? Does it really do that?
Thank you, Leonie.
I mean, I know, I guess it's possible, but...
I requested gabapentin because it's supposed to help with nerve pain. And I have nerve pain.
You're a pain
and
in
it
the
helps
nerve.
with a lot of the stuff that I deal with. It helps with a lot of the symptoms and a lot of the problems that I have. And a lot of people that have similar issues to me have great reactions to it. You get blocked because that is racist as fuck. Hey, new name. Good to see ya. Oh, that's cool, Morgan. Yeah,
glad to hear
I'm sorry
that.
to hear that. Yeah, it was. I had a horrid reaction mentally to gabapentin. It was awful. I was so upset. Hey, Claudia.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right, so I've got this area mostly. It's not 100% clean, but we've got it mostly cleaned up. You know. I didn't have many noticeable side effects with it, but it had me taking more and more every dose. Oh well. I can't say it out loud because it's one of those things that's supposed to trick people into accidentally saying the N-word. But I removed it. It's a common like troll comment.
Trick her
I've seen
into
it plenty of
saying
times.
some bad language. Uh-oh. Naughty, naughty Rosie.
I hid it. I hid them, Salma. So if you as a mod, you should be able to scroll up and see what they said because I hid them. You should be able to tap on the message.
She said it made her want to delete herself. You know, she's quirky like that.
I'm not sure what you mean by that. I mean, I do have ADHD. But I'm not sure what you mean where you can't control yourself. Huh. Mango says bee stings smell somewhat like banana because angry bees release acetate. I don't know. Which is the main component of banana smell. The more you know. I would just like to say I love your aesthetic. I like your glass stain, so cute. Thank you. I actually tried to look put together today. There's inattentive and impulsive types. Sometimes I think I'm both. I'm not sure which.
Her and Glitter.
To be honest, I don't remember.
And Amber now too. They're all getting more and more.
Inattentive question mark. I don't remember. I believe when I got my assessment, I was told which type it was. I believe. She might not have. I genuinely don't remember. So, thank you, Helena.
Rosie tends to exaggerate a little. So I don't want to say, I don't want to contradict her, but she tends to, be very
I'm just annoyed that
dramatic.
but I'm nauseous. Congrats, Morgan. Thank you, Hannah. Smoking whiskey, what is up? Salma, I don't know if I think my dad's here, but like, Don't worry. If you need to leave, please leave.
Some type of
if
mental,
You're here, I'm happy to
I'm
have
sorry,
you.
I'm getting a little tired. I
excited
missed
that you're
exactly
mod
what you
and that you're
said.
able to help, but I don't want you to put yourself
Probably gonna be
out
winding
for
it down
me.
pretty soon.
No, I just thank you for saying I liked your videos. I don't, but when people request shout outs, I don't appreciate that.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
Just interact with me. I'll talk to you. I'm very interactive with my chat.
You respect to Rosie, she is interactive
Just
with the
eat
chat.
if you chuck, you can have
Except
food
for,
later.
you know, the
You
people
definitely
she
get-
blocks.
That's very unhealthy thinking, Liane. I'll put out for you, Rosie. Ooh, woo. What the fuck? That's wild. That's a crazy. Oh.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little tired. So I usually end it around this time. I think we can read it around like another 5-10 minutes.
Salma, thank you so much for the super chat. Wow.
Oh, ADHD, okay.
Honestly, Mrs.
Thank you,
B,
Anna.
You've been around for a while, right? Your username is familiar to me.
You know what it is?
You've
She's
been
just
around for a while,
hypnotic.
actually. Oh,
Like
God
when
damn
her
it.
body
I
moves
keep accidentally
hypnotically.
hiding y'all when I mean to mod you. I'm so sorry. It's been fixed, Mrs. B.
You know, I really am
Put a
getting pretty
mod in.
tired. I think I'm just gonna have to close it out. I am starting to get sleepy.
Are you really a mod if I don't accidentally block you first? Right, Puchita? Thank you so much, Salma. Yeah, very generous. Thank you so much. Hey, Lynn. Good to see you. Oh, Mango, I've known you forever too. Like, we used to talk on Instagram and stuff.
All right, folks, I'm getting too sleepy. I just out of nowhere, I just got so tired, like really quick. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming by. I had a fantastic time. Yeah, you've been a fantastic audience. Let me say goodbye to everybody. Good night, Elizu. Good night, Nutty. Good night, Sabin Nation. Hannah, welcome. Thank you. Had a good time tonight. Good night, Denise. Good night, Nutty. Fiona's mom. Tucker and friends. Capricorn NJ. Elizu. All right, everybody. I think we got y'all in there. Everybody, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe on the way out. You had a great time. Anybody, this is your first time tonight. I hope you had a great time as well. Anybody watching the replay, all of the chatters and all of the lurkers, Steady C. Good night, Steady C. Good night, everybody. Sweet dreams. Oh, thank you, Save a Nation. Good night, everybody.